We're going to do on stream is, I believe, new Doom game trailer. I believe it comes out on the 15th. Let me see. Doom Dark Ages. Turn this down a little bit.
The makers felt a weapon as powerful as the Slayer.
The Slayer. Oh, like, is that really what they call it? The Slayer? Is this like freaking Buffy? Dude, I don't... I remember him being called the Doom guy. I don't remember the Slayer. Although I will say my lore isn't exactly, you know, I'm not a dictionary or a thesaurus on the Doom lore.
Now he has a leash.
I like the shield concept. That's cool.
He's not one of us. Our enemy is divided.
Classic upside down cross, you know, black mass symbolism from way back in the day when people were afraid of the occult.
And so your dominion over hell is not absolute.
Avoid the Slayer. Focus on
Did they...
That demon, he's after something.
Did they have a lot of cutscenes like this? Like, I didn't play the last Doom either. I don't... All the Dooms that I've played, I don't remember a lot of dialogue and cutscenes. Like, exposition between a couple demons.
We need him.
I don't really remember much dialogue with the demons at all.
the Slayer.
Almost reminds me of, like, Halo cutscenes a little bit.
The Slayer has been activated.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I like the graphics on that. It even looks a little better than the last one. Incrementally. Like, the graphics seem a little smoother. I like the textures.
I can never rule as king.
Is this guy new to this game, or is this a previous character in lore? Oh my god, it's like Fear Factory, dude. I'm loving the music. Oops. How's the sound? There we go. Trailer 1. Okay. This game, Doom Dark Ages, comes out the 15th. You know what's strange? There was a lot of dialogue in trailer 2. Like, it almost seemed like Halo-esque cutscenes. I don't remember any of the other Dooms doing that to the extent that it looks like they do it in this. Now, I know the last Doom, there was some dialogue, but I don't believe it was dialogue heavy. Well, that's a good question for viewers. Is it seeming like this game is more exposition rich and dialogue heavy and more of talky than the previous Dooms? See, this here is more like what I'd expect, but then the trailer too seemed like the demon guy with the upside down cross. I don't actually remember much of the demons having much to say at all in previous Doom games. They almost seem like animalistic. Oh, dude, I'm loving the graphics. That's really smooth looking. Oh, I hope the soundtrack is like this all the way through the game. I love that. There's previous Dooms that didn't do much with the soundtrack. I like what they're going like with this. They're really heavy metal style. There's got to be like a specific genre of metal that is. I'm curious about the cutscenes. Almost like took me off guard a little bit. Doom Eternal. Post-credit cutscene. Oh, I gotta see this. Oh, look at the old school Doom thing there. Nice. This is post-credit scene? That is hilarious. Pure comedy right there. Cthulhu reveal scene? Is it the literal HP Lovecraft Cthulhu? Or is it Cthulhu style aesthetic?
Felt a weapon as powerful as the Slayer. Should be guided.
I'm pretty sure this is not necessarily copyright red alert, because this seems to be like a reveal scene or like a clip or a trailer.
He's not one of us. Our enemy is divided.
Wait, is that a Doom guy under that?
He's not one of us.
He doesn't look... Is that him? Doesn't look human.
Our enemy is divided.
Is he non-normal human? I thought Doom guy was a human.
They fear him, and so your dominion over hell is not absolute.
I kind of like that weird juxtaposition with a shield and a shotgun. You don't see that very often. It's kind of cool. Like the round shit, the buckler shape with a shotgun.
In hell's hands, none of us would survive.
Well, that's not Cthulhu.
Bishop Creed, we need him.
Launch the Slayer.
Impact and
Is that ship cross-shaped? Is this more like symbolism, like heaven versus hell stuff?
I can never rule as king. So long as you are the only one they fear.
So, people of hell fear him, so he can't rule as king? Okay, I don't... How exactly does that work? They fear an enemy, so you can't rule over them as king to fight the enemy? Maybe there's more advanced plot rationale how that works. Well, I'd say Cthulhu-esque, right? Is that actually supposed to be Lord Cthulhu? Oh, that's cool. I love the music. It's so Fear Factory-esque, dude. Like that right there, that is so Fear Factory. If anybody is really digging... Here's a short. If you're really digging the Doom soundtrack of recent Doom games, do yourself a favor and look up Fear Factory. I believe Fear Factory might be the source for that specific kind of sound. Like that right there, that is so Fear Factory. Do yourself a favor and look up Fear Factory. Because honestly, that screams the Fear Factory. Like someone was a Fear Factory fan. Let me see if actually anybody has said anything about that. What is Divinity Skin Pack? Doom guy takes off his helmet with all skin scenes. Doom Eternal. I want to see something where the Doom Eternal cutscene, similar to the cutscene show in Doom Dark Age. Doom Eternal cutscenes. Seemed like really exposition heavy stuff. The demons talking was kind of threw me off. Although I'll say I haven't been fully in the Doom loop for a long time. Though the first Doom game, oh hell yeah, pun fucking intended, dude. The first Doom game when that dropped, that changed video games. That created a explosion of first person shooters that hasn't ended. It truly hasn't like lost its hype or its impact or momentum since Doom. Someone could argue Wolfenstein, but I remember Doom is what really brought it to the forefront. It's like Doom wasn't the first, but it was, for the amount of impact it had, the most inspiration for future first person shooters. Doom games. Do you put discography for games? I'm not sure. Doom franchise. Let's see. Classic Doom. The development of the original Doom started in 1992. Classic series. Okay. Is this Doom Eternal? Oh wow, look at all the ports. Look at that. It fills the entire page. Well, I guess half of this is notes. I remember playing this. Where's the Super Nintendo? It was kind of a wonky port, but it was still kind of cool to be able to play it on the Super Nintendo. Because before you could just play it on the PC, right? I heard Doom 2. Let's see. Oh, are they like reissuing it as these video game companies typically do? Final Doom, Doom 64. Is it like. Oh, interesting. And then Doom Eternal. So Doom 3. Oh wow, there's a huge gap. Okay. Dude, honestly, a lot of that soundtrack reminds me a lot of Fear Factory. I would look up Fear Factory and compare and contrast, because a few of these songs, it's like copy paste Fear Factory, but the copyright thing. Go look it up. Like, look up if you really like the Doom soundtrack, look up what is the record that was so good. Was it Demanufacture? Is this? Yeah, it said it was inspired from Terminator. I think this is that. Yeah. Demanufacture's really good. The Obsolete. This is my personal favorite. This is actually a deceptively deep concept album. And a concept album, unfortunately, is not, they don't really make, there it is, concept album. They don't really make a lot of concept albums as much as they used to. You know what? Oh, newer concept albums. Like, I could be completely out of the loop, but there seems concept albums seem to be DEAD, man. Like, for 90s was full of concept albums, right? Like Downward Spiral, Antichrist Superstar, uh, Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. A concept album is an album whose track hold a larger purpose or meaning collectively than they do individually. Right? Like there's an entire theme. It's almost like think of like how a movie has themes and characters and everything. The music is emulating that. So like if you really like the Doom soundtrack, check out like Demanufacture. Check out if you want like a really experience from track one to that last track. Check out Obsolete. I absolutely love this, and not every single track, but the music I was listening to with the Doom Dark Ages. It was like this guy has got to love Fear Factory. There was a couple times where it seems like straight ripped Fear Factory, not ripped off in a negative connotation. I mean, if you're gonna emulate somebody, emulate the best. Doom, Dark Ages, musician. The composer of Doom, the Dark Ages soundtrack has been revealed to be Finishing Move. Known for their work on Borderlands 3 and Halo Wars. Halo. There you go. Finishing Move, formed by Brian Triffin and Brian Lee, has a history of creating music for Microsoft games. The composer of Doom, the Dark Ages soundtrack, has been revealed to be Finishing Move. Now, I guess the guy that made that famous metal song that's practically a meme on Doom Eternal is not the same composer anymore. Interesting. Very interesting. Let me make sure I'm right about that. Mick Gordon is the guy that did Eternal. Finishing Move. Finishing move. Oh, it's like they got the soundtrack out already. This could be copyrighted, right? I should be careful with that unless it's a trailer. Oh, these copyright stuff, dude. They're so fussy. Okay. Unholy Siege. Dude, that's cool. Finishing move. I'm really interested. Can you get a interview? Did they do any interviews? Or is that going to be... Ooh. Okay.
So
Well,
the
this...
biggest question that people have is who...
I don't want to take his content there. I'm not finding an interview with finishing move. What? Hell yeah, dude. I know what I have to do, but I don't think I have the strength to do it. Listens to copyright music through the entire stream. But how are we getting Hawk to a girl when we put finishing move interview? Oh, never mind. Don't answer that. Let's see. Finish me. I love how they have like a band name and they do like video game soundtracks. Is that typical? I would. Huh? Sorry, I completely got distracted by Alucard and what?
You can now play as Alucard in Call of Duty, and he comes with a face.
Ah, hell yeah! Oh my god, please.
I need your blood.
Oh.
Just
Oh, please. Dead by Daylight. Please, dude. Please. Oh my god, I love Alucard. So, Wesker, you like anime. I can't vouch for the anime. I am forever trapped in this. I love the manga, and then I try watching the anime, and I feel like they always crap the bed when they're trying to do it. And if anybody says, really, you don't like the anime over manga? Just look at the plotline of Full Metal Alchemist, okay? Just, like, Death Note did a good job. But holy cow, look at the pacing of Naruto, the anime compared to the manga. Look at the filler on the anime. So, like, Alucard in Hellsing is so freaking awesome. I didn't think that he was going to get any love. The dude is in Call of Duty. That is...
You can now play as
What's the date of this?
I'm sure you've already, because you're...
You can now play as Alucard in Call of Duty, and he comes with a fate and consequence finishing.
How old is
in all
this?
different versions.
Oh, is this older? I love when the algorithm gives you stuff that over a year old.
just a taste.
I mean, dude, if it's good enough for Call of Duty. Oh, God, though. I just realized something. You know you trigger the hell out of Dead by Daylight, guys, if you make another anime killer. Because, dude, they got Kaneki, and I heard Dead by Daylight fans, the player base go, oh, what is this now, an anime simulation game? Bro, you got Kaneki, you got the skins from Attack on Titan. It's not even a full chapter. I mean, you literally got wings on Meg's back. That combined with Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul, and it's now we're in an anime simulator. If it's a simulator of anything, at the beginning it was live action cinematic slasher, is what it was. Was it a simulator of? I mean, because you're looking at Pinhead, you're looking at Michael, you're looking at Pig, you're looking at, you know, all of those guys. So one anime character and it's finally a simulator. I'd actually do it if they pick the right IPs. I would absolutely love to see specifically Alucard. I can't think of a better killer. And here's the thing. Really, Kaneki was a good guy. He's killing survivors. We got another good guy killing humans. This makes more sense. The only reason he doesn't kill humans in Hellsing is because Integra, Wingate, Fairbrook, Helsing commands him not to kill citizens. But then when Alucard is faced with this like South American hit squad, he's like, oh, you have to order me to kill him or I can't kill him. She's like, quit trolling and kill the enemy. Quit messing with me because I don't want you killing humans. And he just slaughters them. So Alucard killing a bunch of humans, man, that ain't no thing. That actually makes more sense to me. I mean, dude, I would love it. I don't know. Listen, there's a suitability for an IP and DBD versus iconicness. I don't know if Alucard is as iconic as Kaneki, as things that are less horror. Lara Croft is so iconic. The reason that Lara Croft is in DBD isn't because some of those early games seem quasi-horror. No, it's because she's iconic. He's low on the iconic. I personally freaking love it. It's how I got introduced to manga, was reading Hellsing. And it wasn't completed yet, so I remember waiting for the next issues. Never disappointed. The end was a little rushed. There was 10 volumes. But his suitability as a killer is freaking perfect, and you could do so much with this guy. You could do so much with this guy in DBD. And the voice lines, like as you can see here.
You can now play as Alucard in Call of Duty, and he comes with a Fate and Consequence finishing move. Here's all different versions.
Okay.
I need your blood.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, imagine him saying that in the in DBD. Now check this out. This is my all-time favorite. Alucard, Hellsing. Hurry. Oh, dude. I would kill to see this voice line.
I can beat him. It's Luke.
Oh, dude. Imagine this. You know how Oni changes into a new form? You know how you get into frenzy mode with Legion? Okay? You know how Xenomorph can get its tail back for after losing its power? Now check this out. When you change forms,
Releasing control alt restriction systems 3, 2, 1.
you could actually have it count down when he does it. Releasing, oh dude, what's that line? I freaking love this line.
Vampire. Releasing control alt restriction system.
Releasing control and restriction systems. 3, 2, 1, and then have him. Oh my god, it could be like Nightfall. This could be.
Valentine.
You could do it dude. Okay, dude. Imagine. Okay.
What are you?
Okay.
What in the hell are you?
Okay, here's where you get the voice lines. Have him. Yeah, right here.
Attack me!
Yeah.
Your legs. Summon up your familiars.
Yeah.
Transform your body. Heal your severed legs and stand. The evening is still so young.
The evening is still so young. Dead by Daylight. The evening is still so young. You see the actual synchronicity between Alucard and Dead by Daylight.
Hurry! Pull yourself together. The fun has just begun.
Dude, imagine, dude, you hug someone. Hurry! The fun has just begun. Pull yourself together. And while he's walking off. Oh, hell yeah. Dude, he is so... Alucard is so freaking perfect for this game that it's sad that his hype level isn't as high as other IP, like Stranger Things, for example. Stranger Things is good for Dead by Daylight, but it's also super hype and super popular. Now, is Hellsing hype and popular enough for them to go for it? As far as suitability, he's way more suited than Dungeons and Dragons. I would argue he's way more suited than Lara Croft. Nicolas Cage is like the fool's card. Everyone knows he's not suitable, but it's so funny that he's in there. No one questions it. As far as suitability for the game, like Alucard is so good. His voice lines, if they did it right. So you know how Wesker. I've heard a negative criticism. That, and it's not fully wrong. I know where the criticism's coming from. It's Pixel Bush says Wesker irritates him. He's basically a copy and paste of Resident Evil 5 for his voice lines and stuff. He's not wrong, but unfortunately, like for me, like he's right. He is a copy and paste job, but I'm like, is that a bad thing? Because Wesker from Resident Evil 5 is killer, dude. No pun intended. So if they did a Wesker job on Alucard, not a Dracula job. Dracula disappointed me with the voice lines. Yes, he does say, "What is man? A miserable pile of secrets," but he doesn't say it with the gusto of Symphony of the Night. His lines, check this out. His lines are throwaway to me. They're forgettable. Do yourself a favor before I pull this up. Ask yourself, what are Dracula's lines from Dead by Daylight when he's having a voice line, when he downs somebody, when he hooks somebody, when people are exiting? You know, you may not remember, because I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest. They're not very good. They're not very rememberable. We'll check it out. Dracula DVD. And then they do the classic "What is man?" But the voice actor, I'm not trying to dump on the voice actor. He's probably doing as directed. Is not impressive to me. Okay?
Set forth on this fast-paced adventure. 8 Nightfarers
What's
assemble
this?
to defeat the Night Lord and save this land from total obliteration.
Oh, is this
Dare
some...
to stand together against the fall of
Some...
night.
Alucard confirmed, man.
Me.
Yeah.
Lisa, forgive me. Alucard, my son.
Okay, no.
My son.
No, where is it? Where he's in... Do we have it where he's in battle, too?
For death. You're just making me angry.
Like what? Like he's ripping off Wesker. Are you trying to make me angry? That's Wesker, right?
You're just making me angry.
Like, no. You're supposed to be emulating yourself. Be yourself, Dracula. Quit trying to be like other people. I've noticed you've been hanging out with Wesker a lot lately. I think he's really been influencing you and your decisions and the way you speak. I can hear it every time you talk now. This is peer pressure. This is you're hanging out with the bad crowd. You've been hanging out with Wesker too much. Like even the way he says it, dude. You're just making me angry. Now watch this. Watch this. Albert Wesker, are you trying angry? DVD. Okay.
Are you trying to make me angry?
Like he's saying it almost exactly like the guy. It's like when you're hanging out with people and then you get how the way they talk and you say the same things that they do. Anytime you spend a significant time around people, you'll tend to do that as a human being. It's like Dracula started hanging out at the RPD, started making new friends. He's been hanging out with this Albert Wesker a lot lately. He had him try some Ouroboros, and he really liked it. And then Alucard and Lisa are really like worried about him. He's been out a lot lately with Wesker. Like, dude, where look, You know, why did they emulate Wesker? Wesker was fine. Wesker was being Wesker. You don't have to copy that. Like, look, you got Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, Dracula. It's not just what is man, dude. His whole thing is boss. Like, he needed to be saying more of this stuff. Like, watch. I'll show you a banger, even up there with what is man.
Die, monster. You don't belong in this world.
Why the hell didn't Richter say that?
Not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh.
Now, why doesn't he say... Why doesn't he say, it was not by my hand that I was once again given flesh? Notice the guy that they hired for Wesker, the voice actor in DBD. Notice that he went in hard on the ham. And it worked, dude. It's funny. It's cool. It's badass. Now, the guy that did Dracula in DVD, I think he was directed to do this. He's not doing this.
Given flesh. I was called here by...
It was not by my hand that I was once again given flesh. I was called here by the entity who wished to pay me tribute. Like, could you imagine? Just take away humans and put entity and have him say that when he's like put on the map. That would have been the correct way to do it. I was very disappointed with the way they handled Dracula because of that. Now check it out. If they took Alucard and they had him being just like this.
I know your ears. Transform your body. Heal your severed legs and stand. The fun has just begun.
Yeah, right there. Yeah. The fun has just begun. After you hook somebody, and say it with the gusto. You know what I mean? Don't pull your punches. Oh, Alucard would be so good, dude. Let me look for another one. See this? It's so funny. This is so random. It's because of this Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 with Alucard that got me on this kick. Let me see. Alucard's greatest line ever.
Where the hell is Alucard?
Oh, him? I killed him.
Killed him?
Cut off his bloody head.
That can't be the actual dub. Let's see. Let's see if we got another good one. Oh yeah, dude. This is when he comes off the ship. The whole video is basically it's a minute and a half. I'm telling you, man, manga. It's manga. It's all about the manga. Yeah, dog. Okay, let me see. Yeah, literal dog, huh? He's a dog. Is this real? No. No way. Oh, it's AI.
Really helps me get the best grades possible while depleting the least amount of hours of my week.
I want to react to this. The music. Oh my god, what? What? I mean, that looks good. That looks a lot like Casca. Nice, Griffin there. Yeah. I mean, it's very AI, but you get the good impression here. It's very AI. The AI kind of throws me off, but dude, okay, a live action Berserk would be so freaking good, but you'd have to do a few things. Otherwise, they would totally botch it. It has to be someone like HBO or Netflix, number one. I don't know if any other studio could understand how to let it happen. Probably be HBO. And HBO would have to find some showrunners that would stay true to it, make it look like the comic book, the manga, come to life, not the anime. See, I don't know how many people would understand that. You got to make the manga come to life, and it would be a few seasons to really do it justice. I think it would take Lord of the Rings, and I think it'd take Game of Thrones, and mash them both together, crush them up, put in a pipe, and fucking smoke them, dude. I think Berserk done correctly, would put Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings in a pipe, smoke it. But of course, some of this is subjective taste because I like the sword and sorcery stuff a little more, you know. I like Lord of the Rings. I like Game of Thrones. But I like that Conan stuff. And you just know Berserk is inspired from the Conan stuff. You just know it. The gritty, gory, balls to the walls, sword and sorcery, macabre. There's like horror-esqueness to it, like Conan. That's what Berserk was. So maybe some of it could. That's really funny, dude. Dio versus Alucard. Oh my god. Dude. Shazam. Or Wesker. Do you see this? Alucard versus Dio. Oh god, look at the 16-bit Alucard here. This is straight comedy come to life. Look at this, dude. Oh, internet. Sometimes I give you crap. Other times. Oh my god. What if you made... Oh, what's that? Dude. What if you made the Valentine brothers survivors? And you did this weird thing where the good guy was the killer and the bad guys are the survivors. One Valentine and his brother. Well, I would almost... Yeah, dude, look. Look at this. Look at that. Somebody is God tier. Dude, is Alucard rising in popularity or something? Is Alucard got more iconic nature to him than I had suspected? Is Helsing making a comeback, or did it just never go away and I didn't realize that it was the thing? Because the manga is so good, dude. The Helsing manga is so good. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I don't want... Can I react to some of this? I don't want to steal the dude's content. Maybe just a second.
Tickets available now.
He escaped.
What the hell? I thought that was Sabretooth for a second there.
Fucking vampire.
What?
Real fucking vampire.
Dude, make a remix of this, dude.
What the hell are you?
A real fucking vampire. A real fucking vampire. Fucking vampire. A real fucking vampire.
Oh.
Real fucking.
Oh my god, I was getting hypnotized, man. I'm gonna watch out. I don't think the F-bomb is friendly with all the streaming stuff. Oh, well, so one of the reasons I wouldn't advocate Helsing being in Dead by Daylight is I thought it was too obscure. If it's not obscure, get Helsing in now. I've heard there are 2 or 3 years of IP backlisted. I don't care. Get him in today. Scrap Freddy Fazbear or Springtrap or whatever the hell. To hell with Five Nights at Freddy's, dude. It's Five Nights at Alucard's, man. A real effing vampire. A real effing vampire. A real effing vampire. Dude, hell yeah. Let me see if anybody's ever even talked about this. I would be more hyped for this, personally, than Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm happy for everybody. I'm happy for the group at large. I'm really glad there's hype. There needs to be good hype. There needs to be new players coming into Dead by Daylight. But we also need a real effing vampire, dude. And honestly, dude, a Dracula is good as far as his ability in the game. But man, as a fan of Symphony of the Night, they just didn't do Drax justice for me, man. You gotta do Alucard justice. You gotta give him the Wesker treatment. Not meaning emulating Wesker, like they kinda did. No, you gotta go to the source material and make that crap pop, dude. That fan-made video did him justice. You know? Okay, let me see. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Oh. Oh, of course. The name Alucard. Oh my god. I'm only gonna get stuff with Alucard. Because the other Alucard is in the game. So if I put in Alucard, Helsing, it just overlooks Helsing and goes straight to Alucard. Let me try something here. I should put manga. Manga, anime, Alucard, Dead by Daylight. I'm gonna get nothing but Alucard from Symphony. I think. Alucard can. What's this? No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't, dude. What? No, because I can't possibly see Alucard killing Integra without losing it. They should make Integra a killer skin for the Huntress. They should really flip it. Because the good guys in Helsing are bigger killers than the bad guys. They should make the Valentine brothers the survivors. You can't make Alucard a killer and Integra a survivor. I can't. It seems like heresy to envision Alucard killing Integra. I can't do it. Okay, it's like a fan-made thing. See, well, somebody's thinking of this. Just finish the first perk for my new... Yeah, I'll buy it. I'm interested. Just finish the first perk for my new Survivor concept. Father Alexander Anderson. Yes! This guy gets it. This guy gets it. Because then you have Father Anderson being killed by, what's his name? By Alucard. Oh, dude, well, I feel like Alucard would be more fitting, but he would be too OP. Well, it's only OP or not OP according to the ability that the developers make, dude. So, a lot of people thought Nemesis would be too OP. And then they came out with the power, they were confused because they're like, I imagined Nemesis to be this OP guy, and it turned out like he wasn't. That's because they even developed the power accordingly or don't. Like, yeah, Alucard is an OP guy, but I mean, they have Vecna. Vecna is supposed to be a god, essentially. He rose to goddom, yet he's a killer in DVD, so. And I would argue Vecna is probably more powerful than Alucard. Alucard's only as powerful as how many souls he absorbs. I feel like Vecna would just melt all the souls he's absorbed with like a fucking like giga magic missile, a GM He'd have a GMM and melt all 5,000 souls contained within Alucard. So I don't see a real effing vampire. Helsing Alucard. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so there's people thinking about it. Dude, it would be so good, man. Oh, I just absolutely love this manga. It is so freaking good. Yeah, I just love the art, dude. What if he actually got to use his guns? Oh, I miss this art. Oh, I miss it, dude. Now die when you give him the final hook. Oh, dude, it was so good. See, those are those people I said were humans that he ends up killing. It makes more sense at Alucard killing humans than Kaneki, in my opinion. Though I didn't finish Tokyo Ghoul. Seemed very strange to me. A guy that struggled with even the concept of eating flesh. Suddenly he's just killing Claudette, killing Leon Kennedy, killing Lara Croft, killing Jake, killing Meg, eating them, and not blinking. But it's been years since I've seen Tokyo Ghoul, so maybe it's not as big of a leap as I thought. Oh, look at this. This is what he did. He should be like, he should have some Oni mechanic where he transforms. You know how like they have the Michael Myers and then they have Ghostface, they do meter, they're similar. I would do Alucard similar to Oni. Like you need to do something to get into some form, and when you're in the form, you have a time limit. Make it Oni-esque. I would make it Oni-esque. And then when you get into your power, you would do that whole... Am I doing this correctly? Yeah. Then you do this. Yeah. You got the glowing hands and stuff. And he does this.
Approval of Situation A recognized, commencing the Cromwell invocation. Ability restrictions lifted for limited.
Oh, and he does this. Oh my god! In the voice line during a match, if he starts doing this. Oh my god! What if you're, dude? And it is. You could make it like Nightfall. You could do some like crazy cross between Dredge and Oni.
It's time to educate you on how a real vampire does battle.
Dude, if he went, it's time to educate you about how a real vampire does battle. It would be kind of funny too, because it would accidentally almost feel like a diss on Dracula because they added Dracula into Dead by Daylight. Dude, I want Alucard, man. I'm official on that. I want Alucard now. Apparently, he's more iconic than I thought he was. He would be a personal favorite, but now that I know that he has some fandom behind him, oh please, Dead by Daylight, get Alucard. Oh, for the love of God. Okay, let's see. Oh, dude, it's so good. Now, I'm not recommending the anime. If it was like, oh, this guy, he said it was all, Helsing was so cool, and I put in this old anime in it. I don't know, man. No. Manga. You gotta go with the manga. Like, look at this, and look at this. You see the detail here? You see the detail missing here? And he had a vision. So, what's his name? Hero, H-I being one character, R-O being one character. Koda Hiro, right? Hirano. I'm missing a character. Dude, his vision. Like, look at that. That just, I love it. I want my less detailed moving car. I want less detail moving than moving still shot. See, but and maybe it's just a subjective thing, but you see this? The captain. Look at the detail of that jacket. Look at that grin. Look at that hair. Dude, it's like such a cool illustration. And now look at like the old one. The old anime was so bad, dude. It was so bad. Look at this. Look at the art. And then look at this. It's no comparison. You know? Yeah, I want my less detailed movie. And then people get thrown off by the oh, look at that, dude. Look at the chapter inserts. The chapter inserts were god tier on Hellsing. Oh god, put them in Dead by Daylight, please. Just get it over with. I didn't think there was any chance, but I'm working myself up now. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Look at his lips. It did not look this cool. Look at how cool Hirano's art is. Oh, and the pages just turn. Oh, that's the death of Father Anderson. He'd be Dead by Daylight, see? Dead by Daylight. It says it all right here. No, I'm just joking. Oh, man, it's so good, dude. I guess the stream is just going to be me staring at Hirano's artwork for the original Hellsing manga and just going, it's so good, dude. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, and by the way, his art gets better. So there's 10 volumes, and he progressively becomes... See, this is one of the last volumes, because this is where the butler turns evil. So I know it's one of the last volumes. Oh, dude. How him changing and having the eyeballs floating around and make it kind of like Nightfall. So imagine, you know how Nightfall kind of goes black and stuff? Now imagine this. Imagine this as a survivor's perspective when it goes into Nightfall. Yeah, dude. And this is what the killer looks like for a minute, dude. You know how that would be so good. Oh, if they did Alucard justice, it would be so good.
Now.
And that's what it'd be. You know how sometimes these killers seem like a little bit of an amalgam of people? Like, for instance, Kaneki at first kind of felt a little bit like Legion, a little bit like Wesker, a little bit like Blight. I want Alucard to feel a little bit like Oni, a little bit like Dredge. Some kind of Oni-Dredge balancing act. But really... I think those two killers would accommodate very well for Alucard, doing him justice. Oh, I'm like fanboying out about this. Oh, he's so perfect. He's got the best voice lines for DVD. His power suits it, and apparently Alucard is more beloved by people than I thought. I thought it was just an obscure favorite of mine. Oh, well, I mean, if he's in Call of Duty, if they could do Call of Duty, they can't do DVD. It lets us admit that right now. Like, he is way more suited for Dead by Daylight than Call of Duty. That's actually kind of strange to think about it. Think about what you know about Call of Duty. Inserting Alucard from Hellsing in Call of Duty is a bit of a circular peg done through a triangular hole. It is triangular peg and triangular hole to do Alucard in Dead by Daylight. Oh, please. And dude, people that don't want the anime and DVD, just don't piss on my lemonade. I won't piss in yours. When they get Terrifier, I guarantee you the same guy that's pissing in my bowl of lemonade about my Kaneki and my Alucard, I guarantee you're the same guys that want Terrifier in the game. I won't piss in your lemonade if you don't piss in mine. You can have Terrifier. Have fun with that. I hope you love the killer. I hope Terrifier comes out because I know how popular it'd be for the community. It's not for me, but I want it to come out because, like, the altruisticness of wanting the community to be happy. But if I'm not pissing in your lemonade, don't piss in mine. My bowl of lemonade is Alucard. I don't care if it's anime. Don't keep bitching about anime and keep Alucard out of the game. Besides, you guys would like him anyway, right? If you like Art the Clown from Terrifier, look at this, dude! Look at this guy! Look at this! That is some crazy ass crap. How can you not like this for horror? And by the way, this is horror. Like, this is horror. This, to me, in a lot of ways, feels like DVD. There's a connection I just realized. As the entity takes in souls, takes in Meg, takes in Oni, takes in Spirit, takes on Leon, takes on Jill, takes on Wesker, takes on the 100+ MRFers that are going to be in the game. If it ain't 100 yet, it's going to be. The Alucard takes in souls, okay? It actually reminds me of a lot of Dredge, how he takes in souls. You know, he absorbs people, and he's wearing people like clothes, okay? Alucard is very similar. He summons Cerebus that he had absorbed. Very similar to the entity, very similar to Dredge. He fits in lore-wise extremely well. Yeah. To me, that Call of Duty thing where Alucard is beating up Homelander in Call of Duty, it's proof that he should be in Dead by Daylight. Because, Matthew Cote, you have said that unlike other games, you don't want Michael Myers doing the electric slide because you want to do the IP justice. I think Dead by Daylight is the right IP to do another IP, Hellsing with Alucard, to do it justice. I really do. I think that you guys could make this actually like feel really good. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm realizing. Yeah, because look at this. Dead by Daylight. Do Alucard a solid. Yeah. Yeah, Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, Wesker, do you think Doki Doki Literature Club could be skins only, or do you think what would you make? What was her name? Monica? Yeah, Monica. Would you make her the killer? It actually, dude, your imagination could actually go crazy. Monica, what would her power look like? You know, you might actually really be able to go outside of the box as far as killer mechanics. Like, not every killer has to be like, oh, it's like a cross between Wesker and Legion. Not every killer has to be like, oh, you know, Ghostface is basically Myers with a few tweaks. I think that would be incredibly interesting to do something brand new. I think Monica from Doki Doki would be a good opportunity to do something that hasn't been done before. Yeah. Dude, remember we're talking about the spaghetti code? Dude, that's another killer that reflects something about the game, literally. It's almost meta. She's messing with the code in a game that is filled with spaghetti code. Oh, dude. Oh my god, make a Gen Undone. Could you imagine that? Dude, that would be so OP. You'd only have to be able to use it once. I mean, that is like a complete reversal. Oh my god, dude. What if you had a chapter and you had the killer be able to reverse gens and you had a survivor being able to resurrect somebody. What if you had a resurrection perk? No, that wouldn't work, because when people die, they'll just leave. Never mind. That can't work. The way that the game is operated, that can't work. Oh, yeah. Or like move hooks. Like someone's on hook and she moves it. Messing with it. Like, yeah, you can move gens, move hooks, move pallets. Maybe you could do like a doctor mechanic, like how, you know how he has the hallucination pallets? Maybe she could do something similar because she's messing with the code. Oh, dude, I love Pennywise. I think everybody is under the consensus that Pennywise from It is a good choice. I mean, is there anybody that doesn't want Pennywise from It? The only problem is, so it appears as if Stephen King is highly prejudiced towards video games. He has a thing where he believes less games, more reading. You know, that's his like personality. A lot of this has to do with he's a boomer. His cohort is pre-video games. So a lot of his boomerness is preventing like Pennywise coming to DVD. Now, when Steve, like, this is almost like a effed up line of conversation, but honestly, this is just the truth of the matter. God rest his soul when he's RIP. When he's RIP, I think his sons might, if they're in charge of any of the IP, I don't know if Tabitha King might be in charge of the IP. Let's say Tabitha King and Stephen King are not in the picture. I think the IP goes to the sons. And I think the sons are a little more open-minded about what video games mean. You know? They're a little younger. I think they're Gen Xers. I'm pretty sure they're Gen Xers. I think they're mid-Gen Xer. Let me see. And Gen Xers like half and half. Half of Gen Xers seem to get video games and half don't. Then you have millennials, they get video games. Gen Z gets video games. Gen Alpha, they're 6 months old playing video games, okay? Owen King age. He is 48. Yeah, so this dude, oh wow. He truly looks like a cross between his dad and his mom. That's actually really strange, dude. Wow. Genes, am I right? Yeah, so the guy's 48 years old. A lot of Gen Xers get it. Not all of them. Some of them. Very rarely do you get a boomer getting it. So Stephen King, like, look at Stephen King's age. You can't even blame the guy. I wouldn't even blame Stephen King, dude. I mean, the guy is 77. Well, that's a weird coincidence. When I was jogging today, I met a 77-year-old who told me that he was inspired by me jogging to jog. I'm like, do it, dude. Tell the guy, you jog for 4 weeks. It's a habit. You don't have to make yourself jog anymore. Make it 4 weeks and you got this. You know, it'd be really cool. The guy's 77. What if he does make it to 4 weeks? Then he just keeps working out. What if he gets a few more years under his belt? I would love that. I love the idea of spreading some positivity. I don't feel like a dippy dork about happy, but it's nice to make a positive influence on somebody. Okay. Yeah, Stephen King's 77. Yeah, he doesn't get the video games, dude. He was like, look, when did Pac-Man come out? Okay? He was born in 47. 47, remember that. 47. Release Pac-Man Arcade. He was born in 47. What's the date? So, like, so he's in his 30s when Pac-Man came out. Dude, the plasticity of your brain when you're 30 being interested in new things isn't the same. Of course, this guy doesn't get the games. Of course, with this, like, hey man, we got this great Museum of Horror game. We want Pennywise in it. He's thinking, he probably thinks he's short selling. He's selling his IP short. He probably thinks of himself as a sellout. He doesn't understand the artistic integrity. And I know it's got spaghetti code, and I know it's got massive issues, but do not say that behavior doesn't at least respect its IPs. We all know this. If you've watched any interviews with Matthew Cote, I know I'm not spelling his name right. I'm not even going to try the spelling. If you've watched any of the interviews with him, he takes representing IPs. Oh my god. This is the best. I have to ADHD this stuff, dude. Oh my god. So, if you're a Dead by Daylight fan and you haven't watched Matthew Cote play South Korean Bully Squad before, if you've never seen this before, dear God, you have to freaking watch this, dude. Matthew Cote absolutely gets smoked, dude. Does he get a hook? A 0 hook match? Oh, the music, dude. The music is perfect for this, dude. The clown games here, dude. Oh my god, this is so good, dude. Look at how slow she was, man! Did you see her trap setting? My god, that was horrendous. Oh, this is so painful. Oh, oh, dude. We've done, oh my god. He would be so haunted by, we've done a pretty good job so far. He can't kick the jet because of bug. Oh. Oh, this is so. The question. Do the developers play the game? Oh, the disrespect! Look at this dude! Look at Asian Harry Potter here clapping, dude. I'm sorry, this is so good. Look at that, dude! Getting the 50th blinded. Dude, that is freaking amazing, man. I love that. The troll face. The troll face South Korean dude. Look at this! Oh my god. Oh my god, look at this guy, dude. He's like Monkey Shines, dude. This guy is Monkey Shines. Look at it. Look at that is amazing, dude. Look at this. Monkey Shines. Monkey Shines. Symbols. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this, dude. What the? Isn't this? Yeah. See this? You see that? Now check this out. Hell yeah, dude, this guy. This guy makes him look enthusiastic. This guy's teaching him to bang cymbals with a intensity. Oh my god. See this? See this? Oh my god, I love the enthusiasm. That is like the most troll. That makes Trollface look like he's grinning because he hopes you better in the future. That is the most hilarious troll-like reaction to someone losing. This is essentially every survivor teabagging at the gates at the end of a match. Does he clap more? Dude, the guy on the right. This guy is legend to me now. I never noticed this guy the first time I watched this. This dude is an absolute legend. Where is he? Matthew Cote, dude! Oh my god, look at his face! Oh, he's like in a race car headed towards a freaking wall. He looks so pained, dude! Is he even gritting his teeth? Oh, I forgot how funny this was, dude. What is that? You notice this? Insta blind's gone. Hack speed up. You think that it was a coincidence? It came from this. Probably this specific match, dude. That music. Oh, please clap, dude. This guy is making my day, dude. Oh, come on, man. Come on, I want monkey shine symbols. Come on. What are you waiting for? Clap your hands. Oh, this is... What? What? He was robbed. What? What? Look at this, dude. What? No. He's shaking his head for a reason. I never noticed that, dude. He's robbed. Matthew Cote is robbed here. Dude, that isn't a shirt. What? No, dude. Did she just call him a P word? The P word cat, not P word pingos. Oh my god, these guys are so epic, dude. Oh, dude, you gotta go for the clap, man. Please do the monkey shines clap. Please. Please, my guy. You were making my day. No, he's over it. It's gotten stale. This joke has gotten too far. It's not even something that's making this guy laugh anymore. Now it's just like, it's like SpongeBob. Hey, I ripped my pants. Well, that's really funny, SpongeBob. And then, like, after the 50th time, no one's laughing anymore. It's old news. Oh my god, look at this guy. Oh. Oh, and what a troll map, too. I just realized, too. This is my first time realizing what map he was playing at. Of course you're getting smoked. Matthew? You guys made a nightmare for killers out of this. You know that, right? Does he know that? Does Matthew Cote know what a nightmare this is for killers? Oh. Oh. Oh, dude. Oh. Oh, the disrespect. The disrespect. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Anyway, I had to go down that rabbit hole. That was fun. I was saying that the IP, they will do IP like Alucard. They would do it correctly. You know, the thing about, like, look at this. MW3. This is so weird, dude. This is weird bad? I think so. I'm a weird fan. But hey, if you're so smart, explain this, Clarissa.
You can now play as Alucard in Call of Duty, and he comes with a Fate and Consequence finishing move. Here's all
is that Snoop? Was that freaking Snoop?
I need your blood. Just a taste.
Oh yeah.
Eternity is wasted on the likes of
Oh, they would do so much better. No. They would do so much better. Like, just shooting people. You got Alucard. Oh yeah, the voice lines are good.
Comes with the Fate and Consequence finishing move. Here's all different versions.
The voice lines they did very well. I will say that. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Ah! Oh.
Cover me, dog. You know you can't keep a gangster down. Yo, nice work, young buck. Careful, young.
It's a corny. It's corny. That's a Snoop Dogg and Call of Duty is corny. Those you can't keep a young buck down. That is corny, dude. Corny. Okay. So, what all video games is what is he in, man? Any Helsing games out there? What's this? Any? If only there was. Not exactly a Helsing game, but that answer. The following is only vaguely relevant. How old is this? Oh my god. Oh my good. Oh my good. Dun, 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 dun. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Let's see. Call of Duty. Is that the only thing he's in? Is Call of Duty? They must have had some developer that had a hard on for Alucard from Helsing, dude. Well, here's my opinion. Like, if there is an audience for Alucard, he really deserves to be in there. And there, let me see. And there, I really ought to change my title, huh? Dead by Daylight. What do you call that? Survey. Future IPs. Have they ever added Helsing? Oh, yeah. This is exactly what I'm looking for. They have Berserk. Do they have Helsing on here? Which of the following most interested? Tell me Helsing's on there. Yeah. Is that Helsing? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. What else did they have on here? Berserk, that would be kind of cool. Who would you make the killer? Griffin? You can't make Guts the killer. You can't. JoJo, hilarious. JoJo would be hilarious. They had Tokyo Ghoul on there. Honestly, Helsing would be the best out of this list. Now, I love Full Metal Alchemist, but let's just be honest, Helsing is more fitting. Yeah, like Death Note would be really interesting to make Light Yagami a killer. I mean, no doubt. Alan Wake. Oh, this is 2 years ago, and they had Alan Wake. Alone in the Dark. I mean, talk about a series. So the first Alone in the Dark predates Resident Evil, if you can believe it. Like, that's what I meant about Doom being the first major first-person shooter. Wolfenstein happened before Doom, but Doom really cranked it up. Alone in the Dark was the first, like, camera position around a mansion, and you're going around, and there's things that could kill you, and you're trying to travel around. What a mansion. But Resident Evil, like Doom, is the thing that made the survival horror go. It made it. Dark Souls. Interesting. Doom, dude. Doom and DVD. Hells to the Yizao. Diablo, that's interesting. That would be interesting. Dungeons and Dragons they had on there. So look, they just came out 2 years ago. From 2 years ago, two, three, three of these made it. Oh my god, I have a prediction. Within the next year, we're either going to have Alone in the Dark, Bioshock, Bloodborne, Conjuring, Control, Dark Souls, Dead Space, Death Stranding, Diablo, Doom, Elden Ring, Evil Within, or Fatal Frame. My vote, and see with the manga one, you only had Tokyo Ghoul. My vote would be Doom. Doom, dude. I want to see Doom. Maybe I'm just psyching myself up because I've been looking up Doom today. I want to see Doom on there. Final Fantasy. Oh, fuck. Hey, I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, but is Cloud as well? I mean, Soma Cruz can be a survivor. Cloud Strife can't. Got some pretty cool skins, I have to say. Sephiroth as a killer? Yeah. Okay. It's got Five Nights at Freddy's. Mortal Kombat. That's kind of cool. Tomb Raider. Dude, look at all these. Dude, there's gonna be more on this list, because look at this. Tomb Raider in the game. So this is from 2 years ago. We could actually look at the percentage here. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 33. 5 out of 33. Okay. Yeah. Like roughly. I'm not gonna sit here and do an exact math. Roughly 1 out of 6 of these is in the game. There's gonna be more. Expect to see one of these soon. I would be kind of shocked if I'm wrong about that. 2 years ago, they came out with this list, and there's been 1 out of 6 of these has come into the game. I'd be shocked if another one doesn't come out. Look, Tokyo Ghoul. Look, Five Nights at Freddy's. The upcoming IP is from this list. Is it going to be the last? We got all the way back to Alan Wake. And Dungeons and Dragons and Castlevania. Those are a while ago. Tomb Raider was kind of a while ago. Five Nights at Freddy's is the new one. Tokyo Ghoul is the last one. There's gonna be something from this list. Basket Full of Heads? I've never heard of that. What the fuck is Basket Full of Heads? Gideon Falls? I think I might have heard of that. Spawn? Man, back in the day, Spawn isn't really talked about much. But McFarlane and McFarlane Toys. So McFarlane Toys. So you're familiar. If you got you got a Naruto in your room or something, or you got like a DBZ, you got Vegeta going like this next to your computer. A lot of that was started with McFarlane Toys. He made a bunch of Spawn stuff and other stuff. It was huge. Spawn the comic was huge. So McFarlane's the guy that did Venom, by the way. Pretty sure McFarlane created Venom, the Spider-Man villain. McFarlane had a Spider-Man run. When he left Marvel, he made his own thing. He made Spawn. It was so good. Sometimes the comic was a little tedious or whatever, but it was so good. They made the movie! You can't unsee the movie. They made a movie so bad. This Spawn movie was so bad. You want to see who Spawn was? Check it out. We all remember this movie. We all love this movie, and for very good reason. Him. That was Spawn. Oh, the poor guy, dude. Look. He's probably like, dude, don't cry for me. I'm a tough guy. I'm not gonna cry for him, but man, you know how Hollywood actors say part of their career is luck? That guy was in the Spawn movie. If the Spawn movie was 20 times the size, he would be a star in his own movies. But because Spawn was such a colossal crapper, dude, that guy ends up being regulated as the thug that questioned Joker and got killed. That guy was Spawn. Enough of the clown! That guy. That was Spawn. And oh, that movie, sadly, was so bad that, okay, where was that? Okay. That it kind of killed Spawn. The movie kind of killed Spawn. It was so bad. But the Spawn comic book, dude, it was so god tier, dude. So I would love if Spawn was in it just because I know how good Image Comics Spawn was. His covers, his colors, dude. His covers were so freaking good, man. So bad. Look at this. Who would win? 100 Spawns or a Spawn Gorilla? Right? Oh, that's so McFarlane. He's almost doing not self-parody, but self-referential. That is self-referential. This right here is based off of the popular Spider-Man. Oh, McFarlane is so good, dude. It's based off this. See this? Oh, dude, the art is so good. So good, man. And that's what it's based off of. He's kind of being self-referential. I wouldn't call it parody. It's not parody. It's not self-parody. Oh, dude. I was just thinking about David Foster Wallace hanging himself. Man, it feels bad, man. Like, he had such good art. So, oh yeah, there's the, what did they call him? Violator or whatever. I heard League of Legends ripped off Violator. Let me see this. Yeah, look at this. Oh, dude, emulation is gold. Copy and paste is copyright issue. Look at this, dude. What's he called? Go Goth. He looks exactly like, he's got the green glow. He's more Spawn than him. His eyes are glowing like Spawn. He's more Spawned than Violator. Good lord. But anyway, Spawn would be cool. Now I don't know if it hit the same nerve with like Five Nights at Freddy's. It absolutely would not. But expect one of these guys to be in the game real soon. Because look, this list came out 2 years ago. We've got Junji Ito. We've got Tokyo Ghoul. We've got 6 of these, so we got 8. We got 8 things from this list so far are in DVD. Oh, they got Friday the 13th, baby. Hell to the Yizzow. Buffy. Dude, I'm down with Buffy. Predator. Everybody's been talking about Predator. I feel like something from here is gonna surprise people. Like no one's gonna see it coming, but it's gonna be like The Mummy or something, or it's gonna be like Near Automata, Akuma Matata. You know, it's gonna be something like that. Dun, 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 dun. What else? Magic the Gathering? Magic the Gathering? How? No. As you can tell, I'm very open minded. I think a lot of these are okay. Everybody keeps saying Jurassic Park is in the game. Like, apparently leaks have said that Jurassic Park is a go. So that would be another one that's on this list. This list is actually like quasi spoiler. The Purge. Now what is this? What is Basket Full of Heads? I want to learn something new here. I better put comic book or I'm gonna get some weird ass internet shit, man. It looks cool. Oh, it's DC, huh? Huh. Huh. I like that cover art. You know what that reminds me of, guys? What was that slasher horror with the raincoat? Like one that nobody talks about. It's actually, there's a slasher horror that predates. I know how to find this. And it's a little bit of Bateman too, right? I had just watched this. Brennan Tenold. This guy, if you like horror movie reviews and stuff, this guy's so good, man. Alice, Sweet Alice. That's what it reminds me of with the raincoat, minus the mask. It's got some Alice, Sweet Alice going on here. Dude, that's kind of cool. This looks like a lot of fun to read. What is Basket Full of Heads? Let me wiki this. Oh, interesting. So it's over. Oh, dude, I kind of want to read this, bruh. Like, I'm interested. The art is drawing me in. What is this? What is this? Are they talking about Basketful of Heads? I don't think so. This should be made into it. I don't even know this, man. And it should be made into a movie. Basketful of Heads is an American comic book limited horror series written by Joe Hill. Oh, speaking of Stephen King's sons, I looked up. That is actually a really weird coincidence. I looked up Owen Hill, but not Joan Hill. He is, let's see, 77. He's the older son. The older son. That what? Okay, dude, I'm totally in now, man. I totally want to read this now. It's the first series in his Hill House Comics imprint. Follows June Branch, tries to rescue kidnapped boyfriend with a basket and a magical axe. Well, I mean, that synopsis is okay. I mean, that doesn't mean it's bad, but maybe the wording. What are we gonna get? We're gonna get Joe Hill's Basket Full of Heads before we get Stephen King's Shining or Stephen King's Carrie or Stephen King's It, specifically It. That's the one that everybody wants. Can I just get the art and no review? What is the hell does that have anything to do with basketball ads? I'm not gonna lie, man. That music of playing, that dorky music playing while Matthew Cote is getting chain blind, insta blind by a South Korean bully squad, it's not leaving my head. I like the art, dude. I really like the art. That reminds me of like old school Conan art, man. Well, anyway, Basketball Heads is apparently. That would be hilarious, man. Basketball Heads gets into DBD before Pennywise. Could you imagine? What else could be? Blade? Oh, hell yeah. Under one condition, one caveat. You gotta get Wesley Snipes. And if he doesn't say what I'm about to make him say right now, you could get out of my freaking face, dude. He's gotta say this. If you do Blade, it can't be like Detective Tapp, and we didn't get any Danny Glover. Okay, I like Detective Tapp and DBD, but you didn't get Danny Glover. You got to have Wesley in the likeness of Wesley. And he's got to say that, dude. He's got to say that, man. If you don't get Wesley Snipes saying it's open season on all suckheads, then it's just not Blade. Or, my personal favorite that I've shared on stream before. Uphill? Like Joe Hill? Like Basketball Heads? No. No. Oh, dude. Yeah. Oh, yeah, bro. This is it.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
You gotta get Wesley Snipes saying some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill. Does he say that in Deadpool and Wolverine? I watched Deadpool and Wolverine. Did I not notice when he said this? Does he say this again? No freaking way. I'll make it brief because I know copyrights.
Some motherfuckers still trying to ice skate up here.
Dude, I'm gonna be like the South Korean guy, dude. Monkey shines clapping, dude, with my invisible symbols, dude. That was so bad, dude. That was so bad in every way that it should be. Yeah. You'll get Blade. Get Blade, but if you don't get Wesley Snipes, don't get Blade. You either bring Wesley or it's not Blade. Because I understand, dude. I understand Quentin Smith wasn't played by the guy that played Quentin Smith. Okay, I get it. I don't want to get Danny Glover is not Detective Tapp, but I get it anyway. Okay. I get even that Ellen Ripley isn't Sigourney Weaver because I heard Sigourney Weaver doesn't like video games like her boomer buddy Stephen King. Let's see if that's true. Is Sigourney Weaver like her boomer buddy Stephen King and they just don't get them video games? But they get social media, by the way. Have you ever noticed that? Boomers rip on video games because they're too hard, by the way, is my theory. Too difficult to learn. But then, social media, boomers will spend hours on social media because it's brain rot, dude. Because it's not difficult to go, my opinion X is better than opinion Y. If you don't like opinion X, You just might want to die. There's my haiku for Facebook today. It's a bunch of bullshit, dude. Okay. What was I doing? Okay. Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver. DBD. Not in game. Now, I heard people say Sigourney Weaver's doing the I hate video games boomer crap. But is that confirmed? Why didn't we get? Let's see if they have. Hey, I was wondering if anyone knows why Behavior couldn't get the license to Sigourney Weaver. Did we ever figure out why? Because I was hoping for her as Ripley, but instead we got a generic model. Exactly. I think it also because people show them games like Fortnite, like someone new to the game might not like that. Make them play Animal Crossing. Dude. You're so right. People show them the wrong game. They show a game they would like. Right? Like, I wouldn't want to show Sigourney Weaver Dead by Daylight. I would want to show Sigourney Weaver something else. What was I saying? What was that? Do you remember, Wesker, when I said there's a video game, if Tarantino played it, he would never look back. Tarantino would never have this anti-game opinion ever again. Was it Grand Theft Auto 5? It might have been something else. I can't remember what it was. Grand Theft Auto 5 would work too. There was something where it was like, him specifically, dude, it would click so hardcore. Yeah, they introduce them to the wrong game. Or they think something like, oh, I like painting. I'll play Mario Paint. Oh, was it a RE game? Oh, thank you. That's right. He would lose his freaking mind in RE7, dude. I remember that. The last time I played it, I thought, dude, Tarantino dumps on video game. He dunks all over him. But if he played this, dude, it would absolutely blow his mind. He would love that RE7 loves cinema. RE7 loves American horror movies. And he would immediately discern that. It would so draw him in because all the things that he loves about cinema is in RE7. But then the gameplay, he would respect it. And I think that game would change him. So someone would tell him, oh, you got to play Fortnite. Could you imagine that guy playing Fortnite? He'd say, what's this corny crap and I can't shoot anybody. I keep dying. That's what they would say, and they would put the controller down and say, it's not for me. But dude, RE7, he would get hooked. I'm going to put this back into just chatting. Dead by Daylight. I should just make it all sorts of pop culture talk in general. I feel like that's more my style. The ADHD makes it impossible for me to stay on topic. It would blow his mind just like how my mind was blown to Wesker. Oh, dude. F it. Let's do it live. Check this out. Good Lord. You ever have a conversation? I wonder if any streamers have experienced this. You have a conversation, and it has its natural life, and the conversation builds on itself, and things start dawning on you in the conversation. And then it's like you go, wow, could you imagine the possibilities? And then you think, man, could I put this on stream? And you go, where the hell did you even start? Oh my God. What, like, see, I work so organically. Okay, check this out, guys. Check this out. Dead by Daylight is spaghetti coated. Spaghetti coated. Okay? We're going to, perhaps we should start from the beginning. I will release spaghetti code into this conversation. Just like Wesker releases Ouroboros, and maybe even Spaghetti Code himself. It may be Ouroboros is Spaghetti Code, and can Spaghetti Code infect and destroy software, a video game, over time. So, let's see. Dead by Daylight. Spaghetti code. Okay? We got some spaghetti code going on here, dudes. Okay. DBD size will eventually collapse from spaghetti code. Okay? Through each new patch. This is 4 years ago. By the way, guys, are you tripping on some of those giant spaghetti noodles on the new patch? Because when I was watching my dude Otz making some content, when he was healing in the basement, the healing thing was full. Another person said another glitch. The code rot. The code rot is real. The code rot groweth. Through each new patch, there seems to be more and more bugs that are brought about. And this guy's saying this 4 years ago. And if anyone doesn't know already, spaghetti code is a pejorative phrase for unstructured and difficult to maintain source code. In other words, for every update, there's a ripple effect in the code of the game that brings about glitches. Like random killers becoming bugged, or traditionally pallet stunts not working in every other patch. The issue is that, since the game is getting bigger, there will be, in theory, be more errors and bugs that ripple through the game because there is just more of it. More mechanics, more maps, now 35, and more killers. More. Yes. Oversaturation. I love the updates, okay? I'm not criticizing that. I want more. I want Alucard from Helsing, as I established earlier in the stream. I want Alucard from Helsing in the game, okay? I love the new stuff. But apparently the spaghetti code offers an issue. That have all been a chance to become bugged through each patch. Behavior physically can't fix most of the bugs until the next chapter comes out, especially if there are more bugs being introduced through each patch. We're seeing them constantly disabling maps and BP compensation becoming more frequent. Either they stick to this crappy system, do a health chapter fix every year, or invest the time and resources to have the team background redo the coding of the game. I'm not a dev, and I don't know how long that would take, but okay. Here's what I've heard from people. I've heard DBD because of behavior, because DBD is their one giant success. I've heard, and this is speculation, I don't know if this person has proof of it, they have to keep that train going down the tracks in order to make the money to pay for the company existing. They can't keep that gravy train. They can't stop the gravy train. They got to keep those skins coming. They got to keep that IP coming, or it's their end. So to go back to square one, or to somehow remedy this, the argument that I heard is they don't have the resources to do this. So check this out. We know that the spaghetti code is disrupting DBD. Dead by Daylight. I had this fantastic thought. It's fantastic. But look, when I get through this concept, you have to ask yourself, is it possible? Just that this is possible will blow your mind. Now check this out. Dead by Daylight. There's almost like a meta-narrative between behavior and the Entity, and Wesker and Capcom. And I'll get to that in a minute. Dead by Daylight, Wesker, glitch. This captured my imagination when I first saw it. This is before I heard anything about the spaghetti code. By the way, look at the tendrils on his hand and think of what food that might look like if it was black in hue. Okay, you see this glitch? This is when he does Ouroboros. This is when he releases the spaghetti like, look at that on the person's on the HUD. It's like white spaghetti, okay? And then it turns into red spaghetti when they're fully infected. This is probably his virulent bound is related somehow with the spaghetti code, because we can see that when he did virulent bound and we had this glitch, it went away. They cured the glitch. They had an update. It came back. That is one of the things that spaghetti code does, is it comes back. Now, in the lore, I have heard people question, can someone defeat the Entity? Think of the Entity. The Entity is in the rounds, is the game. Can someone defeat this thing that makes the game? The Entity is Dead by Daylight. It's bringing in all these people in alternate dimensions, bringing it in. It is the game. It's the thing that takes you up when you die. It's the thing that blocks a gen. The Entity is the game. Can someone kill it and release these people from their woes and their tribulations? Some people have speculated blight. He could blight the Entity, and that could somehow make it sick. Some people have speculated Claudette could use flower, botany knowledge in order to fight the Entity. If you listen to the lore people, a lot of the people that they have contenders are people that could make it ill, make it sick somehow. Well, think of Claudette. Think of her botany knowledge. Think of how people speculate that in her lore, she might be the one to devise a way to poison the Entity. Well, Albert Wesker has his own kind of botany knowledge. And do you know what Ouroboros is derived from? It's derived from a flower. Okay? When he uses the virulent bound, the Ouroboros infection is derived from a flower. Okay? Now I want you to think of something really weird here. If Capcom helped behavior with making Wesker, how much did they help behavior make Wesker? How much did they contribute? Now, could they have contributed code? Could Capcom have contributed code into the virulent bound? The virulent bound is super glitchy. It has something to do with the spaghetti code. It has something to do with the code rot, like an infection. Now check it out. You don't think that Capcom is a competitive business. They are an extremely competitive, successful business. Do you think it's possible that Capcom could put in a Trojan horse on the leader of asymmetrical horror, make money from that Trojan horse, make IP money from a competitor, and put in a Trojan horse to make a infection from code from one of their IP members, and then have a period of time where the game suffers from the code rot, from the infection that they snuck in there with their own IP license so they can make money from a competitor and then destroy their game and then come out with their own asymmetrical IP. Capcom has tried so hard to make a online competitive game, whether it's how far it's party or how far it's competitive. They have Reverse, And according to this idea, which I don't have to tell you, this is speculation, this is fun to think about. Am I making this claim that Capcom used a Trojan horse to infect the spaghetti code of behavior's Wesker, and they would never know because the spaghetti code, they can't tell the source, that the source of some of the problems is the virulent bound, is the Ouroboros. The Ouroboros, as it infects survivors, as it infects the entity, it is also infecting the game and the spaghetti code. And that they would put him in there to destroy the game over time. And then after making money through the IP, make their own asymmetrical horror after the demise of Dead by Daylight. And the spaghetti code finally kills them. But it was the virulent Baron. It was the mastermind behind the death of the entity. It was the mastermind behind the death of the game. So as Wesker could use Ouroboros to infect the entity, destroy it, and free everybody from the chains of their enslavement on it, Capcom could send in a Trojan horse of an IP and infect the game with a virus. The behavior would never change. It's a meta reflection. Capcom is to Wesker as the entity is to behavior. Can Wesker infect the entity? Can Capcom infect Dead by Daylight using Wesker? Now, like I said, people say, you say Capcom's using Wesker as a Trojan horse virus in order to destroy DBD? That's crazy. It is crazy. It is a stretch. But it's just the idea that that could potentially happen is crazy to me. The thought that that could be a thing, because you got two things. You got the fiction and the nonfiction. The fiction is Wesker is that mastermind. Wesker is that mastermind where he says 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all the time I have to play with you. Meaning, I'll play with you like a video game, but I got a time. I got to check my watch because I got some videotapes to return. And what could you replace? Check this out. What if they're even sending some subtextual message? Could you replace 7 minutes with 7 years? Wesker's been out 2 years. It would blow my freaking mind if in 5 years the spaghetti code and the code rot finally dismantled the game, made it unplayable, and the game had to close down. And maybe they tried to come out with a Dead by Daylight 2 or something and it flopped. They tried to do something to pivot. They tried to save themselves, but they couldn't do it. If spaghetti code is the reason that the game ends, is there even a remote possibility that Wesker was a Trojan horse to infect a game that had spaghetti code and couldn't detect where the source was coming from? The reason why I wondered that, isn't it interesting that his virulent bound, his infecting people of the Ouroboros, is literally a bug, is infected. His infecting survivors is infected in that actual game. It mirrors itself. Infects survivors, it's actually an infection in the coding. Now, like I said, okay? Like I said, I'm not saying this is true. It's just an idea that is stimulating to me and interesting to me. Capcom is a hardcore business. The Japanese, traditionally, from my understanding, look at business like warfare. You are a competitor. Behavior has the #1 asymmetrical horror game. Their competition. Can they take down the competition? Make money off of them simultaneously, and then fill the vacuum which DBD will no longer fills. They'd be the mastermind. Capcom would be the mastermind. Wesker would be the mastermind. As in the fiction, Wesker taking on the entity. Capcom would be infecting behavior in Dead by Daylight with their own aggressive virus. That they would be taking the vulnerability of that spaghetti code, and they would be taking advantage of it, and they would be taking out a competitor but they were invited in to help create Wesker. Could they have maliciously put in something into behavior in order to do it? Speculation, just a fun thought. I was talking to Wesker about it, and our minds were blown about the concept that something like that could happen. Like lore wise, it takes Wesker to kill the entity. Like, think about it. He even looks in the lobby. He looks at the POV, knowing, and grins and puts his sunglasses up. And would Capcom do something to what they view as business rivals, but they treat as business friends, and the nice Canadian behavior would never suspect that they would treat it like business is war, and that they would never put a Trojan horse into the game. And like the Virulent Bound itself is massively glitchy, as it did some of the programming and some of the Wesker programming infect the game, just like Wesker would infect a survivor with Ouroboros. There we go. We got it out. Tinfoil hat, you got to get a big one, man. You got to have a tinfoil sombrero. Tinfoil sombrero on. There you go. Very interesting for me to think about. I love the thought. So, like, even if that isn't IRL stuff, imagine a fiction. Imagine a movie where they did that, where a competitor video game programmer, they put in a bug through a character, like one of their favorite IPs, into a rival game that was winning on a certain genre, to destroy that game in a certain genre, and to then fill in the vacuum that they left using their IP. Right? Oh, dude, I love the concept. I mean, if anything, just take the entity, just take behavior, just take Capcom, just take Wesker out of the concept. Think of that. Two businesses with coding and developers. One of them says, we really like your IP. We want to use it. We want to use your software. Oh, yeah, you can use the software. That's great. We're great business partners. And then they inject code. They make money for this entity. They make money for this entity over here. Inject this with a Trojan horse because they have bad coding. They are not the S tier coders at behavior that Capcom is. And then they're making money off of this. They inject it with malicious code, wait for a while. This becomes dissolved. A competitor is gone. They made money. Now this product, you can fill it with a vacuum. See, it's a fascinating concept when you just take the names out. You know, take Capcom out, take behavior out, take Wesker out, take the entity out of the equation. But then, well, honestly, what would make it fascinating and make it so like almost poetry is you have it a character with symbolically giving an infection to something in this IP, and it's literally giving an infection into the software. It's metaphorically infecting, and it's literally infecting. It's almost like a calling card. It's almost like poetry. You know? It's like the art of war. If business is war, then it would be the art of war, the art of business. That when I had that conversation with someone about that possibility or that idea, it was freaking mind-blowing. What could you imagine if Wesker brought in an infection into the spaghetti code that behavior has, and it ended up destroying the game, and they would never know it because one of the staples of spaghetti code is it's hard for them to know the source, but we know that the Virulent Bound is buggy as hell. That thing kept resurfacing. I saw after the new update, I was watching Otz play, and he was playing Wesker a few rounds. I was waiting to see the people all glitched out after being hit because I was waiting for confirmation bias on my dope ass idea. And of course it didn't happen. But I just a fun thought. Entity X, Entity Y. Entity X wants to use Entities Y's software to improve the sales of their software. They say okay. They gave them the IP. They inject a virus in them while letting them use the IP. Their IP infects Entity X while Entity Y makes money from that IP, destroys this, leaves a vacuum open for the product, and then made money to invest in a new product to fill in the vacuum. Okay, I'm going in circles now. I'm repeating myself. I think it needs a little repeating, though, because it's such a strange alien concept. Maybe it's not. Maybe people could be like, IBM did this with Aloware. IBM worked with Aloware, and they found out they put in viruses in Aloware. I don't like. Is that? Have we ever seen that before? Oh, what's going on here? Okay. Is there ever been an instance of that? Let's see. Coding, software, virus, business against business? I'm not really wording that very well. Corrupt files. Could a literal code bug have been implemented from the virulent bound that could over time corrupt files? Is that possible? Like, see, that to me is plausibility. Some of the conspiracies, like reptile people are living among us, it's so implausible. It's so schizomaniacal is what some of that is. The Nephilim reptilian aliens among us. Dude, you know what? I was looking, I don't know if I worded it well. I was trying to see if there's been any. If there's any. This would be great to ask the question in a short. Can someone tell me, because the way I'm searching this up isn't working to find out, is there a business that worked with another business with software coding, let them borrow some of their software, but they implanted a virus into the other company while they made money doing business with them to destroy a competitor? Is there a documentation of that? Or is it possibly it could have happened and no one knew? Because if you're hiding behind... See, I'm a novice about the coding, so I don't know. Can you have spaghetti code? Can you put a virus into someone's spaghetti code and have plausible deniability because it's spaghetti code and they can't trace it back to you? Is that possible? It makes me want to actually look up more about code, man. I mean, that is... to know if it's possible or not, because you can come up with any wild idea if you're ignorant about the specifics. But like, just that concept. Could you imagine virulent bound infecting survivors while virulent bound code infects the entity / the coding of the game? Okay. All right, I did myself, Wesker. I mean, dude, I told you the organic nature of the conversation might have lost integrity through waiting a day, staling out the conversation, and then trying to stream it. I think I did it justice. I definitely hammered some points to make sure it was clear what was being said. I think I had some enthusiasm behind it. I think it's fascinating. You know what would be hilarious if this shit was true? Then it's like Alucardbatz, the prophet of doom. But in 5 years, the spaghetti colon blows the fuck up. No one knows why. Oh, dude, I feel like that South Korean, doing the monkey shines clap while Matthew Cote was getting blinded. Okay. Jeff isn't the only one being infected. Okay. I gotta know more. I'm gonna take a hard pivot back to basket full of heads. Hard pivot, dude. Hard pivot. I'm going, dude, like, break your ankles pivot, dude. I went from like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3. Back to 3. Wouldn't that be weird? We get Joe Hill's basket full of heads before Stephen King's Shining. That's a cool picture. Dude, it is. It is like Alice, Sweet Alice. Kinda. Although a raincoat isn't the most crazy random thing, is it? That's cool. Like a million Jason Voorhees pulling me underwater. That's cool. I want to read this now, man. I want to read this. Yeah, dog. Okay. Wesker. Oh yeah. What else? What else did I not know here? What is? I've heard of Gideon Falls. Oh, by the way, it'd be completely weird to get Basket Full of Heads and not get Pennywise. Joe Hill's Basket Full of Heads, yet we don't get Pennywise would be very, very strange. However, it looks cool. I kind of want to read it. Gideon Falls. God, if I was made of money and time, that would be read next week. Oh, what's this? What the hell is this? This looks cool. I love the art on this, actually. This is a possibility for DVD. I mean, I want to just call it straight up super obscure, but that could just be a reflection of my own ignorance. I've never heard of anything about this. Does it have a TV show? No. Not from what I see. Ooh, I like that, dude. That's cool. Very cool. Very cool, Bateman, but that's nothing. Let's see Joe Hill's comic. Gideon Falls is an American horror comic book series created by Jeff Lemire and artist. Not going to try to pronounce. Image. There's another one. Oh, they've been talking to Image. Spawn is Image. Is Matthew Cote calling up his good buddies at Image Comics? Because that's two of them. Image is kind of like, I'm not gonna play the video clip about Marlon Brando saying he could have been a contender. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Yeah, you know what the number one rule of improvisation is? Never say no. This is like, dude, Wesker, you could totally meme this, dude. Totally meme this. Put Image Comics and put Marvel. Put Marvel over this dude's head. Yeah, Image. Right here. Image. Okay, so this is what you do for this meme, Wesker, if you decide to do this meme.
You don't understand. I could have had class.
Okay, you put I could have had class, and then show Bruce Wayne. Show Bruce Wayne drinking from some scissor, and then show some bums from Spawn. Seriously. Show an image of Bruce Wayne and then show some bums from Spawn.
I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody.
And then show like Spider-Man.
Instead of a bum.
And then show bums. Seriously. Keep showing bums from Spawn.
This is what I am. Let's face it.
And then show this is Marvel. No, this is Disney. No, this is who's the CEO of Disney, dude? Bob Iger, dude. You put on look, this is how the meme rolls, okay? You put image. And then show Bruce Wayne sipping some scissor.
I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody.
To put Tony Stark. And then when he says bum, check this out. Okay, where's the bums, dude? Where's the bums? The bums always lose, Lebowski. Didn't this guy kill a bunch of bums? Where's the bums? How the hell are they not... Dude, this IP is... Basically, it's California. There are so many bums in this IP. You could probably find a poop map like San Francisco. Who would win? 100 gorillas or Spawn? The answer is Spawn would defeat 100 gorillas. So I put in bums and Spawn and I get the detectives. Lilo and Stitch? Something like that. I don't remember their names. Do you? I don't know, man. Look at that. That's an interesting comic book cover. How did you not... How are you then not showing bums? Dude? There's nothing but bums. Like, there's nothing but bums in this whole IP, dude. This is basically looks like more than Spawn than what I was seeing there. How's this happen? How the hell do you put... Look, it's Virulent Bound. It's coming to get you, Barbara. How can you put Spawn?
You don't understand. I could have had class.
You don't understand. I could have had a meme. I could have had a joke. But there's no pictures of Spawn bums on the internet.
I could have been somebody instead of a bum.
Well, I don't even know if you could make this meme at this point, dude, because there's no Spawn bums on the internet, apparently.
You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody instead of a bum. which is what I am. Let's face it.
There's nothing but bums in the whole series. Alright, anyway. What's going on here?
You don't understand.
Alright, so put image. Here's the meme, dude. Here's the meme. Wesker, here's the meme. You put Image Comics over this dude's head. And then you show Bruce Wayne doing his party style, hanging out, chilling with all the socialites of Gotham.
I could have been a contender.
Show Tony Stark.
I could have been somebody.
Is there a comic book character named somebody? No, there's nobody named somebody. How is there like superheroes based off lamps, kitchen utensils, toilet paper, stilts, swords, knives, but there's nobody named somebody. There's nobody named someone. What if there's a character called Nobody Named Someone?
Instead of a bum.
And then you show, no, don't show McFarlane. I don't want to do, no. That's not funny anymore. I don't want to make fun of McFarlane because it's like, that's not funny.
Let's face it.
Just Image.
I don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender.
With Image right here.
Somebody.
Because I really feel like that is Image. Image was so close. Image was like so close to being up there with Marvel and DC. I'm actually interested. Like, Yeah. Let me explore this. Someone 4 years ago said someone on this subreddit once asked if there was an Image Comics universe. Well, there used to be one, and the way they did it baffles me. Now, the founders of Image would each have separate studio and no editorial oversight. Oh, this later resulted in late books, but that's another topic. Anyway, they decided that all of their books would take place in the same superhero universe. Apparently, they didn't want to get out of their comfort zone after leaving Marvel. Oh, wait a minute. Image Comics? It wasn't just McFarlane? Quote unquote left Marvel? Who else left Marvel? Here's the thing, I get it. No editorial oversight means there's no one telling them what not to do. That being said, keeping track of continuity in a shared universe is a headache. If no one is there to keep track of everything, there is bound to be inconsistencies everywhere, which is just going to confuse readers. Okay, not to mention that the founders and the characters might leave the company, and they did. Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld, Mark Silvestri, the later two did return. Tom McFarlane had to change who killed Priestball and Al Simmons because Chapel was owned by Liefeld. Wow. Really? That's crazy. Eventually, the company became a place for creators to publish original material that own with no connection. Okay. Now, I know this is like the shared universe concept, but the fact that they couldn't create a shared universe that was cohesive, could that also be part of why Image never reached the heights of DC and Marvel? I really feel like it's Marlon Brando could have been a contender. Image could have been like Marvel and DC. But Marvel and DC almost feel like how it used to be with Nintendo and Sega. You know what I mean? Where it's Marvel and DC, and there's other people making comic books. I'm not trying to belittle what they do, but Marvel and DC is the big dudes. Image Comics is an independent American. Yeah, I'm not going to get too much into this. Let's stay on task a little bit. It was Spawn and Gideon Falls. Are both. How about The Wake? Watch if Wake is Image, dude. It's like, come on. Matthew Cote's been talking to Image. What was that called again? It was called The Wake. Watch his Image, dude. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Oh, it's DC. The Wake. Man, dude, I've been out of the loop with the comic books, man. I gotta get up to date. Snyder? That's not Zack Snyder, is it? No, Wake or The Wake? The Wake. Oh, the guy did Batman. Nice. Punk Rock Jesus. What? Oh, dude, I can't not. I can't not. What's Punk Rock Jesus look like exactly? Is it gonna be like exactly what you would expect? Oh, what the fuck? He doesn't even look like Jesus. What is this crap? What? No, dude. If you're gonna make a punk rock Jesus, you gotta make him look. I accept '80s punk rock with the yeah. The straps and the mohawk, of course. But you gotta have some Jesus on the Jesus. He's just punk rock. This is just punk rock. Where's the Jesus at, dude? The dude needs a beard at the very least. He needs some of those, like, I do 300 crunches a day Jesus abs. Like, there's no Jesus on the punk rock Jesus. It doesn't work for me. Because my imagination went, what the hell do you do with comic book images of Jesus? This is more punk rock Jesus than this guy. He just looks like a cliche punk rock. I'm not trying to be insulting, dude. Like, whoever made this, dude, more power to you. That's cool. You can publish comic books and stuff. It's just my taste, dude. It just looks like a laminated version of what you would expect of punk rock. And it's punk rock Jesus. Where's his crown? What if you made a mohawk that was a crown, dude? What if it's like a crown hawk? Yeah. Oh, Lord. Oh, invalidating my opinion as the opinion continues. That's cool. No. I'm not. It didn't pop for me. That's cool, man. It just didn't work for me. Oh, yeah. The Wake. Very interesting. John Wick. Oh, hey, dude. You got Leon Kennedy and Selma Cruz and Laura Croft. I mean, why the hell not? Wednesday! Hell yeah, dude. Hell to the Yizow. Adam's family has entered the chat. Let's see. Wednesday. That, yes. And do this actress too. This actress is cool. You know that dance moves that she did viral? She came up with that. Oh, dude, please. Please. As a survivor, a single chapter survivor, please. I'm not really. I'm not saying anything. Oh! Wednesday Addams Survivor lore build? Well, isn't that fascinating? Dance with me! Yeah, dude. Yeah. I feel like I don't want to steal this guy's content, but don't make content so good that when I'm streaming, I don't get compulsed to read it. You're not allowed to make good content that makes me laugh and then complain if I start watching it. That's the new rule. So, J-Bug, don't make such interesting ideas.
Yo, what up, homies?
Oh, yeah. Dude, very good. Yeah, the polka dots. Very good.
Adam's lore build. Like, it helps me stay hit. Let's go.
I think I could. Let me try this. Wednesday Adams build. Okay? Dance with me for sure. I think that's the only one I'm going to take. And then I'm going to end the stream after this. I think I'm going to do Wednesday Adams lore build. And I'm out. And that will be that. Okay. Adrenaline, no. No, she's not the adrenaline type. Aftercare, no. Appraisal. Babysitter. Yeah, dude, because Pugsley. Yeah, dude. And there's irony there, right? She's Pugsley's babysitter, but she's dangerous. Remember this? Do you remember? No, not this one. Do you remember? Yeah, I think it's something like this, dude. Well, that's some cheeseball crap, huh? Okay, so that was her being a babysitter, by the way, right? So, babysitter, dance with me. No. No. Dance with me for sure. Dance with me, babysitter. No. Definitely not that. Fixated. No. You revel in the community spirit of competition and inspire others to follow suit. I actually like friendly competition makes sense to me. She has like friendly competition with Edith, right? With Pugsley. Oh, dude, she's got to have an invocation. There's got to be crows, dude. Come on. Come on now. There's got to be, man. There ain't no crows. Is there anything about a hand? Like, let me see. I could have been a contender. God, like, this is so Wednesday to have an invocation, right? Because she's dark and edgy. I almost want to say, like, treacherous crows. Yeah, like, remember your training. They taught you all about the crows. There's got to be, like, a Wednesday Adam. There's got to be. Like, if I put in the word invocation. It's got to be here. She doesn't have some, like, seance or some shit? I think that went. I think that's like I respect that the J Bugs list, but I think this is more Wednesday. So I could go with friendly competition. Is there something else? Let me see. Low profile? No. No. I would say that the best choice. Oh god, there's so many perks. We kind of. Okay. I don't feel like resilience, maybe, but not quite. Not shoulder the burden. Not sole survivor. Not streetwise. She doesn't have any of the tough guy style. No, I'm gonna go lore accurate Wednesday. Okay? Lore accurate Wednesday. I'm doing. I mean, she would say invocation stuff. That whole Sable doing her witchy stuff is so Wednesday. You could cheat and make two and make your job easier, but let's not do that. Let's do. I think Treacherous Crows feels more like Wednesday. Although Sable is kind of. Sable would love it if her perk was made by Wednesday. Let's do Sable a favor. Weaving Spiders is better than Treacherous Crows anyway. Treacherous Crows sucks. And maybe if someone actually wanted to use this. Oh, we got some Gen Rush opportunity here. Friendly competition. Because Wednesday kind of is like friendly competition. Remember when she's sword fighting that guy in the Addams Family movie? Her character has friendly competition. Like, it's scary though, because it's her, so it's a little less friendly than friendly. Okay, Weaving Spiders, friendly competition. And Dance With Me. And what was the one that I really liked? Yeah, Babysitter, because she's a total crazy babysitter. There's like Wednesday babysitting a lot of the stuff. So that would be my lore accurate Wednesday. Babysitter, dance with me, friendly competition, and weaving spiders. And there we go. Dude, we may get Wednesday. This came out 2 years ago. There's a huge amount of these. Look at this list, DVD community. There will be another from this list to occur. It's all like it would be weird if it wasn't. All right, I'm done streaming. It was fun. Thanks for coming on. If you came on, hopefully make some good video content to put on YouTube from this. Thanks for coming in.